Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Sometimes when we set up our organization or our storage systems, we have a vision for how it's going to work and it's magical and everything's wonderful. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's that way for a short while, or sometimes it's that way, but then we change our mind about how we're going to use things, or our hobbies shift slightly, or the weather changes and we don't want to go back and forth between the shop and the house. Or a pandemic hits and your friends can't come over and hang out in the shop with you like they used to. Either way, what once seemed like a great idea sometimes isn't, and you have to be open to changing your storage ideas. And I've been brainstorming about my cart, and my friend Noni says, "Oh, do you want to get those little cups that hang on the side?" And I say no, because I want to be able to roll it back and forth and tuck it under the counter. And then she has the ones that stick up, and no, those won't fit under the counter. But the reality of it is, I don't use the stuff in this cart very much. It's mixed media. I had it set up so that it could roll out to the shop. We don't go out to the shop. I don't bend that much. I have a back injury, so I'm really careful about my storage systems and priority items being from like knee height to arm's reach. So this just doesn't work. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take it all apart. Andrea and I were texting about this morning and brainstorming, and I think I would really like to have this cart available for my TV watching projects. I could roll it into the TV room and it would be fairly easy for me. The only trick is I have sturdy dog gates and they have a rail across the bottom, so I have to get over that. But you know, just tip a wheel. And then it would also give me, don't tell Mr. Crafting and Relaxing, but I think I could put this at the end of the couch, and then I would have, I mean, it's gonna show, but not too bad. I would have 3 shelves, so I could keep a cutter, scissors, glue, all of that stuff that I haul back and forth a whole bunch out in the front room. I wouldn't necessarily keep my little sidekick die cutter out there. That I would want to keep on the counter, but in my room, I have extra cutters and extra scissors, and when I go to do a project in there, I'm pulling the stuff back and forth. And it's also, I put it on a hope chest in front of the couch, and we have recliner sofas now, so it's nearly impossible to reach it. I think I will like this. I don't know where all this stuff is gonna go, but we're gonna take it apart and we're gonna see. I have 3 bins here. The red one will be for mixed media, paint, that sort of thing. The pink one, I don't like pink because go away. It could be recycled, donate, go away. The box is things I would rather have on my counter and accessible. Probably things I shouldn't have been keeping in here anyway. Gold Sharpies, silver Sharpies. I used to use my gold Sharpie for everything. It's an oil-based, beautiful marker, and I forget about it because it's in this cart and it's mixed media. So I should keep it on my counter and use it, especially during fall. I should have been using it on all my embellishments. So let's give it a try and see how it goes. I am a little concerned about the volume of stuff that's gonna come off this cart and where it's all gonna go, but I think I've been putting it off. And I just don't think it works very well. If you look at it, it's a mess. So here's the before. The top was once a 1-layer situation, but I've thrown stuff on top of it. I don't know what this once was. There's some deli paper in there. There's a jar of dried ink. There's some stencils, cottage cheese containers. I don't think I've used those in forever. And this, I put these in this tray a while ago in an attempt to make it easier to lift out, but then stuff fell under them and it didn't work very well. I'm hoping this works out and it'll be a nice tidy with me video. If the camera angle is off too much or my phone battery dies, which it might, then I just have a tidy cart in the end, but you'll miss it. I'm going to start with the bottom. I think the bottom will be a little easier. I don't think it will tip over or matter. Anytime you're doing a tidy project like this or cleaning out a room or that kind of thing, if the goal is to make it empty, start in one place and work your way across. Don't cherry pick from the areas, just commit, and every time you touch an item, make a decision. And for me, if it doesn't bring me joy, it'll just have to go. I don't need a part of a card. I don't think I need any of these containers, but I have to check inside them because I'm new. I don't know, this one looks like it has crumbs in it. I haven't used any of those in a long time. I do like the lids. I'd never used the Mr. Huey's. It's a glue gun. Looks like 2 glue guns. I think Andrea gave this to me. I think if you're a dedicated crafter, you probably need to own a glue gun. Do you? I never use it, but I'll keep it. This is a mat for mixed media. Mostly I have this so that I can use it when I go to classes. I never use it at home. Haven't used this. This is a coaster. Honestly, I haven't used it, but I could. These. I saved this to stamp circles. Oh, these are really cute. These are adorable, and I got these in Happy Mail, but I don't know what to do with them from a mixed media perspective if I leave them in here, because this is more paint and gel printing, so I think I'm gonna pull them out, which means they should go in there so that we increase their visibility. Okay, the majority of these markers are probably dead, so I think what we should do is test some things as we go. Let's test them on the back of here. Yeah, many of these are old. These are not even from this time around of my crafting journey. That one's not too bad. These are from painting canvases and other things a while ago. This has a shaker in it and could be reused. This is good, but it doesn't go in there. The spoons Noni gave me, I never use the spoons. Paper clip, or close, whatever, safety pin. This is all good stuff, but not stuff I need in here. I was going to use this. I don't know. We'll put it in the mixed media. This is a cup that my boy gave this to me, so I have to keep this probably forever and ever. You know, when someone who's like your child gives you something, you don't really have to keep it forever, but you end up doing it. Oh, okay. One day, a very long time ago, I was doing a card and I die cut 2 strips of stars. This is the most adorable little Tim Holtz strip of stars. And I lost the sucker and I looked for it for like a half an hour. So let's put that in the we should use that box. Same here. Okay, the bottom is empty except for some scraps of paper, which we'll pull out. And it feels like it could use a good dusting. This we'll put in there. So the foamy stamps are really good for mixed media and gel printing, so is that. All the stencils need better treatment, for sure. Okay, I want a certain amount of these, of each texture, but I don't need giant sections, you see? So I think it's drawer liner or rug stuff. I'm gonna put it somewhere else. I have a place where stuff is sliding in a drawer. So I want one of this size, one of this size. This one is also different, but I don't think I would like it as much for gel printing. So I'll put that as an actual drawer liner. So I guess this box is turning into stuff that shouldn't have been in here in the first place. This is a jar that has blue ink in it. I washed the others out. I had 3 of them and they were just taking up space, but I think I'll keep the royal blue one. This is a little tiny. This has such a small, fine texture. I'm not even sure if it would show well, so we'll just get rid of that. This is just a package for a stencil. But I do like to reuse my bags and my paper, but I use them separately, so I take them apart, because if I leave them together, I won't think to use it. Also, that's kind of a nice little stencil, so if we find it, you might want to put it back in this package. Okay, this is for texture making. This is really, really dirty and gross. I don't want to touch that one anymore. Again, too much of the same texture here. This doesn't look like it's closed very well. No, it's not. That's not good. Put that in the garbage. Okay. There. Now, we'll make some space in this bin. Clearly this bin is going to need some organizational gesso, clear gesso. I bought clear gesso because other people had it and I thought I would really like it and need it. I do not like it. It is sandy. I like clear matte medium. I don't like gesso. It's gritty. So if I put it on a piece of paper and then I want to use it for something else, I don't like the texture. Wilson's clearly very upset about it too. Gel matte medium. I had a different brand. It got empty. Now I have this one. Clearly I thought these circle things were important because I saved 2. This one says circle stamp on it, so we'll keep that one. We'll get rid of this one. This leaf I just picked up and like very much. Paint. Paint I never use and never will remember to use. Okay, this is a credit card that's easier to touch. Not all dried. PVA. Again, I thought I needed PVA glue because people talk about it all the time. It's ideal for bookbinding and paper projects. Yeah, it's you only need so many glues, people. Just because you watch a video and somebody says get that one. Also, this feels like it needs to be shook. The bottom is very weird and the top's loose. So anyway, I need to use a lot of that. I have 2 things of gesso because I got one at an art swap, and then I got one where somebody was like, oh, you should absolutely have this brand. But I may have purchased one first. It doesn't feel like the lid's going on quite right, so I'm just checking. You know, your mixed media products don't wait forever. So if you're gonna do mixed media, you have to actually do it. You can't just buy the products and hoard them. Cards, stamp, ultra thick embossing powder. I did this in a project. It was pretty fun. I don't know if this is the best place to keep this. Maybe I should keep this with my embossing stuff. So I'll put it in here. A nice knife that I like, but it has a bunch of gunk on it. Again, paint I don't think I'll ever use. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean you should buy it. I got this at Tuesday morning for less than 50 cents, I think, but I don't use it. I could. If I sat down and the challenge today was make something with it, I'm sure I could. Green paint. These are wood circles. They're very cute and there's a bunch of them. I don't know where I acquired them. Andrea, would you like some or did you give them to me? This has, I'm embarrassed to tell you how much dog hair is in here. Let me just say, my roommate is very messy. Okay, before I go to the next one, I think I need to deal with this. So these are deli papers for gel printing. I have some, but Andrea got this package because they're not the folded kind. So you don't, and there's my boy. And this would be another reason I don't make a lot of live videos. You know, at least I could edit that out, but might leave it in for your entertainment value. This one doesn't have a crease in the middle. So nice long pieces of deli paper without a crease. But I think I should move them because they're just getting beat up, okay? So let's put them in here in category of shouldn't be here. Well, they flopped right out, but you get the idea. Now, let's take, oh, here's this daintier stencil that I like. Let's put it in its own package just so it doesn't get snagged on anything. It's a newer one, so I'm more excited about it. There's no rule that says you have to keep stencils in their own package. This is a dish mat or something that I had, maybe for like a dish strainer, I don't know. And it makes a fun texture and I've used it on a couple different projects. I think I'm kind of tired of it now, but I think what I'll do is I'll cut it down. We'll grab some big scissors. I'll put it in here, right here, and I'll cut it, throw some of it away just so it's easier to manage, but put a piece of it in here in case I want to play with it another time. Okay, these are all stencils, and for the most part, they're not too tangled up or problematic. I'd like to tell you they're sorted by something, but I don't think that's true. And I have plenty of these sleeves. Oh, I did a project where I used this, but I'm over it now. I have plenty of these sheet protectors, so I can get more of them out and put more stencils in them. And I think that's what I'll do for this last batch. I'm not gonna try and fit it. Well, let's just do it because I'm in the middle of making a video. Let's stay on track. Put this in here. So again, this is a package to a stencil. I'm going to take this paper out of it, but I'm gonna reuse this bag because that's what I do. So I'll put these over here and then I'll put this in the drawer where I keep the bags when I'm done. Okay, the stencils I'm gonna tuck right in here. If I store it in this red bin this way, it'll have to be a place where it's tall. This is a gel plate. I don't know if it's mine. It's probably Andrea's, but she has other ones. And gel printing is super fun, but it's not something I do like here and there. It's like I sit down and do a batch of it. I'm gonna put these up on the stool because they're gonna get messed up. So let's just put them up there. A star got away. Put that in the stencil thing. Okay, ooh, I have to deal with this. All right, these all came from Noni. Oops, I'm putting them in the wrong bin. And they just, oh, I'm putting a bunch of stuff in the wrong bin. You guys, were you watching me going, what are you doing? So the paint I don't like goes in the bin of go away. These glimmer mists, I don't think I love them. I think Andrea has some of them. I think either Noni wants them back. She saw some project she wanted to do and she wanted to use some, or Andrea will take them. Same for all these. I really felt like I was gonna spray a lot of stuff. I don't know why I have a box of crayons in here, this specific box. I have crayons in another place in the house, so I'll put them there. This is a paste. Again, you gotta use that stuff up. Crackle glaze. I bought crackle glaze because I saw some people use it and I liked it better. But then sometimes I wish I had crackle paste. This is a clear product. Both super fun. But again, you're only gonna crackle so many things. So if you get it, you better use it a lot. A Stickles paste that has stars in it. I like this one. It's a Heidi Swapp Art Screen ink. I don't know why it's called ink. It's pretty thick. I like it. This is a golden paint that I got at a tester class thing. I'm gonna put it in here. He's been out there eating grass and weird. I think Andrea will probably want a lot of these mixed media products. I mean, I'm not gonna put them in the trash. Don't worry, I'll find them at home. Okay, then there's another one. That leaves me my Dina Wakley sprays. I gave a bunch of them to Andrea, I think. Oh, there's more up there. Obviously, I didn't give her the blue ones. I like these, but they have their moods because the nozzles get clogged. So if you're gonna buy the Dina Wakley gloss sprays, which are fun to work with, use them. Use them a lot. Use them a couple times a week. Put it on your calendar. Make sure you do it mixed media Monday, whatever, but you gotta use them. So those definitely wanna keep. But I don't think I wanna keep them on the counter. These are acrylic paint in a spray bottle. So when you spray them, and then you touch the light switch, they're on the switch cover. If you use the dryer or the stove as your place to spray, your overspray will get on the stove or the dryer and it will dry and it will take rubbing alcohol to get it off. It will come off, but it will take rubbing alcohol. Ask me how I know. So I'm gonna put those in mixed media because honestly, I should not use those on my countertop over there. I'm not tidy enough. Paint, more paint. These are paints that I got from Noni and I love. I don't know if she loaned them to me or gave them to me, but I love them. We switch a lot of products back and forth and it kind of depends on the mood. I think sometimes she's glad that I didn't let her give stuff away out of our circle because then she uses it. I don't know what these go to, but we have some more tops if we need them. This is just an empty bin. I went through a phase where I used these for project bins a lot. When I had different shelves in here, I would put my 6x6 paper pad in here, in progress, and I really liked it. Now I use iris cases, and I use these more for storage. I still like them, but I've changed what I use them for. Okay, this is all go away. We're doing pretty well. I'm gonna put the lids in put them somewhere else, just in case, because we might find bottles that those go to. In fact, one of them probably goes to, nope, that one already has a lid. Okay. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see my face. Probably not. That'll be strange. Of course, I don't know that you could see my face before. I hope you could. Ooh, our bins are getting full. Okay, I'll try it like that. Hopefully you'll still be able to see everything. All right, whew, the top is rough. Dina Wakley scribble sticks. I only use them with mixed media. They are not my favorite type of crayon. They're harder, more water. I like the softer, more blendy ones. That's just me. Paint that needs to be used up. Paint. See, this bin is too full. I'm gonna take the glue gun out of it so that I can get all the paint right side up down there. Okay, found another stencil. Oh, this is a layering stencil. It is awesome. Really like that. Teresa from Fresh and Renewed with Teresa gave me that. Ink. There was an ink situation one day. This one with the tape on it. Yeah, this one's dried out and empty now. I thought it was empty last time. It was not. I have a bunch of hotel keys and gift cards. I like all of those for spreading paint, and I keep them until they get too gunked up and then throw them away. This stencil, I was playing with hot glue and making random stencil shapes. I'm over that. I want to keep this stencil. We'll put it in the bag. Okay, I don't use my watercolor pencils on a normal day. That being said, I don't know that I'm going to look for them in the mixed media thing. We'll put them right there and think about it. Oh, all my Poscas. Okay, all of these markers, these are acrylic paint markers, great for art journaling. I could easily use them on cards. White touches on embellishments. I'm going to put all of those in here because they should be out in the world. This one I think works too. This is the oil-based Sharpie pen. Uh-oh, the lid was not on. Telling you about. It's all right. I think it would still be fine. Needs a good shake, probably some rest. These are water brushes. Water brushes are not all created equal. We have some different brands. Noni gave me these and said I wasn't allowed to give them back. Some of them I like, some I don't like, and I've mixed them up so I don't know which is which. I'm gonna throw them in there because they should be on the counter. I got this as a spatula thing for gel medium, so it goes in mixed media. Sharpie in the silver, yes please. I don't really like this pen. I don't know if it's any good. The Posca goes there. The food ball pens, these write on acrylic paint. I have a blue one and a black one, and I love them. Dilutions paint pens, like those two. This Faber-Castell, I don't know if it works, but I like it. Andrea gave me this to try out, and I recall I did not love the color. Yeah. So that goes in the no thanks. Maybe I could give it back to her. Maybe she's ready to try it now. Buddy, are you okay? He's been spitting grass up on my carpet during this video. It's great. Huh. Yeah, why don't you drink some water? Okay, green paint, red paint, yellow paint. I got this paint for 99 cents. It's actually one of my favorites. And it's yellow, isn't that weird? I'm gonna keep all those. I don't know what this was actually for, but I never use it. This is painted and dried. These are color dusters from Judykins. This is like 100 years ago. I don't think I want that. Here's another thing of Heidi Swap ink. This one's silver. I like those. Like I said, these are paints. I'm not throwing it away any basic acrylic paint if it's in a shape that I will use. Honestly, the tubes that I got from Tuesday, got these from Tuesday morning, they're a weird shape and they're transparent. So when I used them, I don't think I loved them. One is transparent, one is opaque. See the sheer coverage? It's to make things look vintage, which I should use and be excited about. I just use tea or coffee usually. I don't know. I might rescue those later. I'll think about them. The purple shimmer spray. All of this is paint. It's going to have to go in here. I'm not going to have you guys watch me organize the red bin. I'm just going to throw stuff on top. This is, I went through a phase where I painted these and then put them on an art journal page. I'm over it. green paint, yellow solar flare shimmer powder. I didn't love the yellow. It's not exciting. I think we trade that back and forth in our group, and it must be time for someone else. Velvet pastel. Andrea gave me this and I did like it, so I'm going to keep that. I bought this one day because I was really sure I needed it for something from a video. I don't remember what it was now. It might be for Dina Wakley's paints to do something with. Honestly, I have no idea, and I've never used it. It was either an in-person or from a video, but I was quite certain I needed this. I think you can put this on here and then write with it. Matte varnish. This I got in Happy Mail, and I just forget about it because it's in a little bottle, but I bet it's like Glossy Accents except matte. So I should put it next to the Glossy Accents maybe. I bet it would give dimension. Some more cards. Let's put those in here. Pens. I don't know what this one is. I think it's a graphite pencil. Yep. Graphite. Brilliant blue ink. We'll put that in the mixed media. Oh, there's another bottle of paint in there. Okay. This here, I'll probably thin out the paint brushes and put them away. I don't use popsicle sticks at all. I do use makeup brushes. This is probably just a guard for a brand new paintbrush. Here, put it on there. You don't have to keep those on. I just am hard on things, so what the heck. This is a piece of grass. It was a mixed media project. Drag some paint around. I don't know what those are. We'll throw them over there. Blue paint. Can't go wrong with that. Ooh, I love this one. Penny. Heavy body acrylic paint. That is a Dina Wakley color. Okay, all of these are on the top shelf because I like them and I use them more. So every one of these products we're keeping. There are Dina Wakley gloss sprays and metallic paints and color shift paints. All things that I love to use and bring me joy. So we will definitely find a spot for them. Here's a bottle that doesn't have a lid on it. Let's figure out that one goes on it. Here's a mini spritzer that has some kind of blue ink in it. A brayer. I don't know if this is mine and I'm supposed to still have this. Glitter Kiss. I wonder if I was supposed to return this to Noni after I used it for something. Any thoughts? Yeah, I'm gonna set that one out. I'm not sure that's mine. Unless maybe I got that, or did I get that in my Christy Marcotte D-Stash box maybe? I don't know, but I don't think I've bought any of these products. And if so, then Noni probably wants to try that color if she doesn't have it. This is a gold metallic. It's an old product before a bunch of the trendy ones came along. This is a good one and it always works. I splash some water on it sometimes when I need to. Paints and inks. These iridescent inks, they do not really bring me joy actually. They're a lot of work. They separate it out and you have to stir them. Like it's not enough to shake them. So they really need to be used up. More like stir them up, prep them, and use them. Pour them on a project, not the way I use things. So that seems like something Andrea should do. Okay, paint. This bottle actually has ink in it. Let's not mess with it. I'll just leave it in the box to keep us safe. And a little dauber. Some more cards. These are really gross. If both ends have gesso on them, they just feel so gross to me. I don't like to touch them. All right, this is it. So we have paint and a bunch of these things. Let's just put those in there. Cards. Let's put this ink right here so it doesn't get mixed in anywhere. Okay. And I'll put it on top. Okay, so what I'm thinking about, just so you can see kind of how it turns out, I'll deal with all this. There's more room in the other paint bin, so I can get this fit in here and then put some others. Now that I've seen how much stuff is gonna go in this red bin, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this jar because I don't have the space for it. So on this bin, what I'm gonna do is, here's a cutter that can go in the other bin. a pair of scissors that I won't miss. Here is a bottle of art glitter glue, my little travel glue. Here's an adhesive runner that needs to be used up. This is a hole punch, maybe not the ideal size. And why not put a glue stick on there too? At this point, that would get me started on almost all of my projects. And I even have a bag right here. I have a bag and another box. These are projects that I wanted to do while I was watching TV. So I can put them right in here. The box needs to be sorted. Some of it will be stuff I don't want to keep, some I do. So I need maybe a little container like this. Let's get the dirt out of it. I guess I need to clean out my stuff now and then anyway, just to thin the dog hair. Okay, so now I think this is ready to roll into the other room, and I can put it at the end of the couch and it would be handy to use. I might want one more pair of scissors. Here we go. So I have a really long pair and then this pair, and my little yellow pair, which I'm a little concerned because I haven't seen those lately, but they must be here. So when I find both, I'll put one on here. So I'll have one in the front room and I can clean these up. But I don't really like these for fussy cutting. I also have these that I always forget I have. So actually, let's put these in here and see if I can learn to fussy cut with them. And we'll put a pair of tweezers. Not my fancy sideways ones, but at least a pair of tweezers. There we go. I hope that gave you some inspiration for dealing with your own messes and tidying up. And I promise I'll clean this up right now. It won't sit here. So you don't have to worry about it if you're one of those people that does worry. And I am going to, oops, that goes in there. I am going to accept the fact that recycling my area isn't all that it can be and just put the cottage cheese containers in the trash because they've just been taking up room and they're making me crazy. At some point you have to say, it's gonna be on the planet, but it doesn't have to be in my house, okay? Thanks for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. And just because you're a crafter doesn't mean you have to be surrounded by craftalanches. You can say, I can let some of this stuff go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.